everyone, thanks for slithering into my channel. Once again, we're back here with a speed build in The Sims 4. This one is another special one. It is part of a collab, but it is also base game only. And the timing could not be more perfect because The Sims released a while ago, probably about 2 weeks ago now, about the time this video is coming up. But they announced that as of October 18th, the base game, the Sims 4 base game, is going to be completely free. Now I know a lot of people are worried about what this means for the future of The Sims and the franchise and whatnot, but I personally think it is great. When I got back into The Sims, and in particular The Sims 4, I did get base game when it was on sale for, I think it was a pretty good deal. So the fact that it's gonna be base game just kind of opens the door a lot more for a whole new generation of players, or maybe even some of you who watch speed builds and let's plays and all of this great stuff, and now you can get the base game for free. Well, not right now actually, October 18th. So pretty soon, that's less than a month away. What you can get right now up until October 17th is the Desert Luxe kit. So those of you who aren't fans of kits, did you get it? I mean, it's free. You might as well get it. What harm is it, right? I know I grabbed it right away. I was gonna pay for it anyway because the items just looked so cool, and they are. I'm hoping to get a build out soon. I know life has been a little crazy once again for me between work and some family obligations, but we are getting there. But it's also been busy because I have been working on this giant, humongous build. So more about this build. Yes, it is base game only. It has 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and furnishing it almost killed me. Oh, and I know at first I was like, this is going to be easy. Base game has had so many updates. We had so many like Sims deliveries, and I was like, this should be a piece of cake. But then, oh, it did start getting repetitive at the end there, but we made it through, didn't we? Anyway, this build is also special because it is part of this huge stinking collab called the Back to Basics collab. This collab is being hosted by Mal, aka Asimsa, which I believe is how you pronounce their username here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of that great stuff. I was so happy when they reached out and asked me to be part of it because there are so many amazing simmers a part of this collab, and I am going to make sure I leave all of their information down in this description below. There's also going to be a playlist, but basically let's talk about this collab for a minute. This collab is basically all of us creating a save file. We are remaking all of the base game worlds. As you can see, we're here in Oasis Spring because I had this lot. We also did New Crest and Willow Creek. So a ton of builds. I believe some of us are making some Sims to go along with them. So I really encourage you guys to go and check them out. Check out the playlist. Check out everyone's builds. And shoot, if you're new to the base game, why not grab yourself a new save file with amazing builds, and now you can just play and everything's gonna be findy dandy. Not sure what I meant by findy dandy, but here we are. Welcome to my channel and all of my rumbling. If you're not new here, you know that I tend to get insane burnout from huge builds like this. I'm hoping this is not the case this time, mostly because there's like new kits to play with and so many other things happening. I feel okay now. Now that it's over, I feel kind of relieved. And oh yeah, that's why I couldn't get a video out last week, because I've been trying to finish this up. Because I wanted to meet the deadline and I didn't want to be the one to be like, heh, it's gonna be another minute. Anyway, I did bulldoze this build about 3 times at least before I landed on this shape. I think I add more to the middle there, at least on the first floor, but I kind of like how it came out. Now we just skipped to the backyard. There's a lot of stuff that I actually didn't film, either because I forgot or because sometimes when I'm trying to figure things out, I feel like more stressed or obligated to get it right if I have the camera running, which is kind of silly because I can just edit it out, but I'm also lazy and don't want to do too much cutting, if that makes sense. That's where we're at and stuff. But this backyard is an absolute dream. Fun fact, so this build was kind of indirectly inspired by homes I have seen in real life, particularly my aunt's house and my uncle's house. So I won't give away where they live, but they are, in some sunny states, and the vibe, I guess, is pretty similar with their backyard. Those were always my favorite places to sit when I'm visiting. And here we are on the bedroom. So it does skip around a lot. I had an issue getting the kitchen and the living room, like getting the vibe right. So I just moved on to the bedrooms because that can be different styles per each bedroom because, each sim is different. So here I imagine this first bedroom I'm working on to be a teen bedroom. And if you want to jump around in this build and all that stuff, I do have time cards linked in the description so you can, bounce around, see exactly what you want to see. And of course, if you want to skip all the way to the build tour, don't let me stop you. Just don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because that really helps out too. The watch time helps, but liking and subscribing, that means the world to me. But this teen room took a very colorful turn. Blues, yellows, pinks. I think pretty typical for most of my teen rooms, at least like the girlier teen rooms. And I actually got really excited that cloud mirror, I said, oh my god, that's right, that is the base game. And I was like, yes. But I imagine this teen sim likes to play The Sims. So I gave her a little plum bob, of course the cow plant poster and Bob pancakes, because why not? It's a base game, right? And then this bed, because that's where the yellow came from, and I love sunflowers. They're pretty, so pretty. And yeah, I felt like maybe this was a pretty new teen because she still has some childish elements, like with that yellow chair, the flowery or the star curtains, whatever you want to call them. But I don't know, overall I really like this room. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we add in here. A mural and all that stuff. Speaking of some of the rooms, I only left one bathroom on camera, or I only recorded one bathroom, but there are 4, maybe it's more like 3.5, because I think one is a half bath with just a toilet, but they're honestly all the same color scheme, same furniture, just maybe different layouts. And maybe I tried to switch up some clutter, but for the most part, they're the same. And I didn't think it was important to show you guys all 4 bathrooms, because that would be a lot to watch and maybe a little boring. I don't know, unless you guys like seeing bathrooms come together that look the same. The next bedroom we're going to move on to in just a second is a bedroom for, I imagine, 2 kid boys who are into like the space and nature aspect of things. So they got a telescope. I was playing around with these purple beds, or the swatches of these purple beds, because I figured maybe I should use those beds because they're base game now. They used to be Parenthood beds, and then in an update we got them in base game, which I know a lot of simmers were probably upset about that because a lot of us did pay money to get that pack, but it doesn't bother me. It's just one item. It's not like it's the whole pack, because if it was the whole pack, even though base game's doing it now, but I don't know. What do you think? go ahead and put your comments in and we'll discuss it some more. But we did, of course, have to use base game bunk beds because bunk beds are in base game now. Okay. It's getting late and this video is long and it's a long voiceover today, so bear with me. Yeah, we've got the space. They got their own personal telescope. There is a telescope on the first floor as well, so they don't have to share if they both want to look at the night sky, or if one of them's sitting downstairs and they don't feel like coming upstairs because, you know, we lazy. I know I am. But I actually really like how this desk area came out right now. I found a dresser and we're gonna clutter up this desk area. I use the tool mod a little bit here to make this rocket painting kind of look like it's leaning on the desk onto the wall. Does that make sense? See, I'm doing it right here, but I think that's a neat trick. I learned that from Milo Farmer, who is on Twitter and Instagram. I can't remember if he is on YouTube, but I don't think he posts much on YouTube if he is, but you should go check him out because he's great. He's a great friend and he makes amazing builds. So this is just a whole video of shout outs. Trying to think of what else is new in the Sims community. By the time this video comes out, there might be a lot more new. The year is ending. I can't wait to start building some more fall themed builds. I did start on one, but then all the landscaping got deleted, so I have to restart, but I'm actually not mad because I didn't get very far. Here we are working on the, I always want to call it a master bedroom, but that can also be a little problematic. So the main bedroom, I guess you can call it. It's very brown themed. I think it ended up being a little cozy, like browns and oranges. I guess this is where my fall themed, you know, it came out. Anyway, we got a rug, curtains. We end up putting a fireplace in here, some seating. This bedroom also has the privilege of having a nice walkout balcony. So what was funny, I was really struggling with this build and trying to finish furnishing it, and I wasn't feeling good about it. And then my boyfriend came into my office and said, let me get in this chair. How do I zoom around as if I'm walking in The Sims? So I put him in tab mode, explained to him what keys to hit and not hit so that he doesn't ruin my build, because that would have been bad. But then he's just walking around like, oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so cozy. Oh, I would love to cook in this kitchen, yada yada yada. Like, it was actually the sweetest thing, and it gave me just enough oomph to finish the last few rooms that had to be furnished. So shout out to him, I guess, for just being so supportive. He's probably not watching this. I don't think he watches my videos anymore, but that's okay because I show him all the pictures and stuff. Yeah, I really like how this bedroom came out. I actually wouldn't be sad to have it. I'd be pretty happy. We got some candles, some plants. Of course we got plants. A lot of it has been repeated, a lot of these plants, but I kept wanting to pull up blooming rooms so much because I cannot live without that pack. Is there a pack that you absolutely cannot live with? Like, if you were to make a base game only build or even a base game only sim, what is the pack that would keep calling your name and drawing you out? I want to know. Tell me right now. Pause this video, don't pause it. Write it in the comments down below. Thank you. Yeah, on this balcony we just have a couple of lounge chairs, some planters, some plants. I think a little like wheelbarrow, this thing, that thing with the plants on it. So nothing very exciting. Right after this, we're actually going to move on to the ever more exciting bathroom that all bathrooms look like it, to be honest. I do not know how much this house comes out to after putting it on the gallery. I should have checked and I should have written it down. But it is on the gallery, so if you just wanted to grab this build for some reason and just not the whole save file, be my guest, or whatever builds you want to get from the collab, go ahead on there. They're all in the gallery, I'm sure. But my gallery ID is Simtherin. I'm Simtherin everywhere on every social media. Kept it very, very simple. But it's just as simple as this bathroom. Shower tub combo, toilet, 2 sinks, those cabinet thingies, and some plants, some towels, a rug. There you have it. You have a bathroom. Congratulations. But it's really simple. The next room we're going to move on to now is the guest bedroom. So for some reason I really wanted to use this wallpaper, and I thought that the Sims who own this house really wanted their guests to experience staying over at their home, to the point where their wallpaper is very loud. It does not match the rest of the house, but I thought it was kind of fun. So like viewing it from bird's eye view, like the floor plan, it's kind of hilarious because everything else is kind of more neutral, toned down, and then bam, blue and green wallpaper with leaves all over the place. But the furniture, and there's not much clutter in this room, kept it pretty simple because the wallpaper does all the work. And it's a guest bedroom, so I didn't feel compelled to do too much with it. But yeah, it actually has a door to walk right onto the porch, to the pool, and I think that's so cool. I think it's convenient when you're staying somewhere. That's my personal opinion though. Let me know what you think. And let me know what your favorite room is, because next we are going to start doing the common areas. Right here is the, I guess, formal living room, first living room. There's technically maybe like 3 living rooms here. It's a lot of living rooms. But yeah, this one does not have a TV. The other 2 do. And we are using more, I was gonna say more base game curtains, but everything in this build is base game. So surprise! I think I end up using some very traditional fancy couches at first, but off camera, when I was in the other living room, I was like, this is not matching the other side of the house. So I need to change out the first set of couches. So you're gonna see that happen in the build tour at the very end. I also used a lot of bookshelves in this build, kind of just to take up space, because I don't know, I'm used to the smaller builds, the tiny homes, the small homes, the cottages, you know. I mean, if you've been around here for a while, you'll know that already. So definitely out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I rarely ever do base game builds, so this is actually a lot of fun. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna try and do some more soon too, especially with, you know, all the news about base game being free, and we just got the Desert Lux kit for free, so I definitely wanna maybe try and do a base game and Desert Lux kit build, so limited packs there, and I think that would be fun. But yeah, we've got all these fancy seating in here now. We try and clutter it up with some mirrors and paintings. These are really nice when we got the updated swatches for this painting, because now you have a little more options. So I thought that was fun. Yeah, and do I leave those shoes there? I think I do. And I merged those mirrors. I thought that looked kind of cool, and I think I do it elsewhere as well. I'm trying to think what else comes next. Oh, this little piano area. I actually like how this came out, because I put these shelves here, cluttered the shelves up with some candles, another painting, which I manipulated again with tulle. As you can see here, I'm doing that. And I put some things on top of the piano. I put some flowers, and I put that open notebook as if maybe they're writing their own music. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Maybe one of the Sims here is very musically inclined. I know the teenage daughter has an art easel in her bedroom, so very artsy family, I would say. I was trying to make this thing work, this end table, I end up switching it out for something else. I forget, probably just wanted a regular accent end tables. I don't know. I didn't quite think this fit the vibe. Like, I didn't want this to be completely traditional, maybe more on a updated traditional style, if that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't, but you can let me know that. Here is the formal dining area. There's so much dining and living spaces. So we have this one here, we have the huge one that's on the patio or the porch right there, and then we have another smaller dining area over in the kitchen, which I guess you can call the breakfast nook. But yeah, a lot of space, a lot of furniture. When I was actually furnishing this, I was thinking about how much money it would cost to furnish a place like this. It would cost so much money. It'd be crazy. Clearly I'm not there yet. Maybe one day, we'll see. But yeah, here is the sitting room or the living room with the TV. I was using these couches, and that's why I switched out the first living room, and I just used the same couches because I think it just made it more simple. I don't think in real life you would have the same couches in every room because that would be weird. Maybe not. I don't know. But the kitchen here is already done because, as I said earlier, I really struggled with picking out counters. For some reason, a lot of those base game counters, especially the more modern one, like this one, and there's another one where we got all those new swatches, I struggle so much using those. But the traditional counters in this build was not going to fit very well. So up here, we're now working on the library, and I think this is the last one we're gonna see for now. And then we're gonna hop into the tour pretty soon. So if you made it this far, thanks so much, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to get notified on the next video. Also, if you made it this far, let me know in the comments below what your favorite base game item is. So any item in base game, what's your favorite? I know we all have one. Let me know down below, and thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the tour. Until next time, bye! My favorite item is probably that tiny saucer light. It's gotta be.